Ms. Joseph, you purchased a used car from the defendant. You started to have some car trouble with it within the first week or so. You want your money back. And you bought this car from him in November.
November 21st.
Mr. Holmes wants the balance that you owe him on the car.
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
What year car is it?
2004.
So it's a 10-year-old car.
20-year-old car.
A 20-year-old car. Did you see an ad for it?
No. He was an acquaintance, and I had wrecked my car, and he told me that he had a car available for me to purchase.
How was he an acquaintance of yours?
Just from my place of employment. He was a customer of my place of employment.
You had this 20-year-old BMW.
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
When did you buy it?
About 5 years ago.
From whom?
A gentleman in town.
Did you know the gentleman that you
No,
bought
ma'am.
it from? How much did you pay for the car?
I paid $5,500 at the time.
And you sold her the car for $3,000.
That's correct.
And you gave him a $1,000 deposit.
Correct.
And agreed to pay the rest in installments.
Correct.
There was a purchase and sale.
Yes. I also paid the $1,000 plus I paid another $500 because that was the agreement. $500 until paid off.
$500 a what? A month.
Yes, correct. I paid him $1,000, and then 5 days later I paid him that $500, and then the agreement was the $500 a month.
So far you paid $1,500
Correct.
for the car. And when did you start to have trouble with it?
9 days after I bought it.
So you drove it for 9 days.
Yes.
And what happened on the 9th day?
I had driven it around town, and then
By the way, is there a bill of sale for this car?
we never made one.
Okay. Did you get the title?
No.
Did you
because
kn-
I wasn't supposed to receive the title until the car was paid off.
Did you have insurance on the car?
No.
Did you have insurance on the car?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
At the time she drove it, you had
No, at
insurance?
the time I sold it to her, but I took the insurance off. And she never gave me another $500. She only gave me $1,000, and then she gave me $200 towards that $500. So it's probably $1,200 total.
So at the time you were driving the car, you had no insurance?
Correct, but I wasn't driving it around.
I don't care if you were driving
I
it
understand
to
that.
get your mail.
Right.
You were driving the car. You already told me that you drove the car in your complaint.
Right, I did drive
Around,
the car. I did drive
even-
it to the DMV to see if I could get it registered, what the costs were going to be to have it registered. But I never got it registered because I never got a smog. I couldn't get a smog because the damages that were on the vehicle.
Did you ever take the car to be smogged?
No, there was too much damages. There was so much that I had to
So
do.
the answer is you didn't
No.
take it to be smogged.
No, I did not.
When you purchased the car from the defendant, did it have an up-to-date registration?
No.
Is that right?
That's correct, ma'am.
How long was it since it had been registered?
I want to say 2-3 years.
Well, then you didn't have insurance on it if it wasn't registered.
No, well, I still had insurance.
Just be very
Yeah.
careful. Just be very careful what you say to me. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If it wasn't registered for 3 years, it didn't have insurance.
Right.
Am I correct that he told me it had insurance, but that he took it off?
Yes, he said he did, but he took the insurance off. He sold it to her.
Okay, so that was not true. What do you have to think about that?
No, I'm just trying to figure out if my wife usually takes care of the insurance stuff, so I'm not sure if it was on there. I know we've had some vehicles on there that we weren't driving before previous.
Do you know what you just said? You want me to read back what you just
Oh, no,
said?
I know what I said.
Sounds like a lot of gibberish. What you just said to me, it sounds like a lot of gibberish.
Well, I do off-road racing, so some of them I might not be registered, but I have insurance on just in case something happens.
Off-road racing. You went
Yes.
off-road racing in this 20-year-old BMW?
No, not in that one. I'm just saying previous vehicles I have, so.
I don't care about previous vehicles.
Gotcha.
We're not here about previous vehicles. We're here about this car.
Yes, ma'am.
So now both of you have this car with no insurance, and it hadn't been registered in 3 years, and you don't have a bill of sale.
That's correct.
And you've had the car in your possession from November 26th to December, December to January, January to almost 3 months.
I've been trying to give it back.
No, you haven't tried to give it back. You want to sell it back to him. There's a difference. Giving is giving. Selling it back and wanting your money back are two different things, right?
Correct.
Okay. I mean, we're going to get all the warts out, because when we get all the warts out, it's going to come down to a very simple question. Right now, both of you were driving around in 2023 in an unregistered, uninsured vehicle, right?
Yes.
Right?
I'm no longer driving it. I have not been driving it.
You have not been driving
No,
it.
I have not been driving it.
Where is the car currently?
At my house?
Has it always been in your house since you purchased it?
No.
Okay.
I had to move it because he flattened the tires in my driveway.
Just a second. So you moved it?
Yes.
You moved it where?
Around the corner to my friend's house.
So you moved it?
I did.
Unregistered?
Yes.
Unlicensed?
Yes.
And you want me to buy that, correct? We'll get into this business with him vandalizing the car. You did vandalize the car, sir, did you not, when she stopped making payments on it?
I wouldn't call it vandalized.
Just a second. You vandalized the car.
Yes, ma'am, I did.
How did you touch the car?
Took the battery out of it.
That's vandalizing the car. And why do you think you can do that?
She hadn't paid me any payments. And
Did you tell her you could do it because it's your car?
I told her I still own the car due to the fact I still had the title, and she hasn't paid me any payments. So I wanted
So
to make
you
sure
could
she
do
wasn't
it.
gonna-
So you can do it to the car because it was your car.
Correct. That's what I stated, sir.
Quite a pair. I think they actually deserve each other. Okay, so you've had possession of the car for 3 months. According to you, you paid for half the car, right? When you purchased the car, it was 15 years old. Is that right?
About right, yes, ma'am.
You're familiar with cars?
Enough to do the basic stuff on them, yes.
Ms. Joseph said that the odometer on the car was turned back.
I did not know at the time. Me and her discussed that when she found that out, and she agreed with me that she knows. I didn't know that. I was not aware of that. I didn't do the Carfax.
I'm not following you. Are you following him?
Hardly.
When she had found that out, she had notified me of it. I told her I was unaware. I did not know it. She had to grab a Carfax to find it out, and I didn't grab a Carfax when I had purchased the vehicle originally.
Carfax would tell you that.
Yes, ma'am.
You have any proof?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Joseph, pay attention to my question. You have any proof that the defendant turned back the odometer on the car?
Other than the Carfax report, no. I mean,
Well, do you have the Carfax report from the time he purchased the car?
Yes.
And how many miles was on the car when he purchased it? Not when you purchased it, when he purchased it. He didn't buy it new.
All right, can I look, because I don't remember. I know it said 176,000 when he purchased it. Right now it says 123,000.
Oh, can I see that?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Because you would agree, Mr. Holmes, you know, you're a smart man, that if you purchased it and there were 176,000 miles on the car.
Yes, ma'am.
And if when you sold it to her, there were 126,000 miles on the car, that would have been someone on your team turned back the mileage. That's common sense, sir. I'm not a wizard. I'm not a wizard.
Right. Yes, Your Honor, you're absolutely right.
You know, if I married my first husband when I was 21 and I married my second husband when I was 16 on my marriage license, somebody could do that math, right? In 2018, I see the mileage on the car was 111,000 miles, right?
Correct.
And when you bought it,
123,000.
well, that would be right.
Okay, before that, if you look a little farther back, it's 176,000.
Well, that means that he didn't turn it back. He bought the car in 2018. So I asked you, what proof do you have that he turned the mileage back? He didn't get the Carfax. Duh. But when he got the car, it showed 111,000 miles when he purchased it.
I gave him the same Carfax report when I obtained it.
Look, in 2014, he didn't own the car. It had 176,000 miles on it. Then the next sale of this car was in July of 2018 when he purchased it. Because you've had it, you said about 5 years?
Yes,
well, it's a
ma'am.
little bit longer than that. But when you purchased the car, it had 111,037 miles on it. That's what it says. New owner reported. Everybody should get one of these things. That's really fascinating. And in 2010, it had 122,000 miles on it.
Right.
He didn't turn it back then. He
I
didn't
never
own
said
it.
he turned it back. I was just showing him that the Carfax, the odometer had been rolled back. That was another
That's
reason.
why you're supposed to get the Carfax before you buy the car, madam, not after.
Right. I was never even aware of Carfax until my friend Christina had told me about it when we had to have it towed to my house.
That's certainly not my fault.
No, I'm sorry. Your
That's
Honor.
not his fault. That's not his fault.
The problem that I'm having is 9 days after I bought it, I had to have it towed because it broke down 40 miles out of town. When he assured me it'd be a good running car, I bought it for my daughter.
He's selling a 20-year-old car for nothing.
But I'm not even able to have it smogged. There's so much damage to the emissions. It would cost $6,000 to have it even brought up to smog.
I understand that. But that's what happens when you buy a used car, when you buy a 20-year-old car.
I trusted that he would
The
tell me.
answer is, unless you want a guarantee, which you get in writing, you buy a used car, you buy it as is. That's the answer.
But
what?
Sorry, Your Honor. I have older BMWs that I have that I use for parts, and I told her for the first 90 days
What do you mean you have old BMWs that you use for parts?
I have bought previous BMWs that I've used for parts, just whole from a junkyard, and
And where do you keep them?
I keep them at my cousin's.
Just
My cousin's property out there.
I have to tell you, I have very little sympathy for either one of you. You drove around a car and you've been driving it for 2.5 months, or for 2 months, certainly enough to get it around without insurance and without registering the
I
car.
moved it from one point to another point because he said he was going to take it from me.
Then you sue him for taking the car. But you don't drive it from one place to another to hide it from him and then not pay for it.
I would love to give it back to him.
But he offered to take it back.
But he's not going to give me my money back?
No, he said he would give you your money back, but he would take off for the time that you actually had possession of the car. Isn't that what he said to you?
Yes, Your
Just
Honor.
a second. Well, that's a pretty good deal.
On the 5th is when I told him I didn't want it.
I don't care what you told him, madam. You're not entitled to anything. You're not entitled to anything. It's your car. If the defendant, who's slick, said, I'll take the car back and I'll give you back your money, less the time that you had the car in your possession, that I didn't have it, which sounds like a fair deal. If he says you gave him $1,200, not $15, unless you have proof that you gave him $15. Do you have proof that you gave him $15?
Just in text messages between both of us.
Well, I'd like to see that in the text messages that he acknowledges you gave him $1,500.
He also said that he would pay me back $950.
You buy a 20-year-old car unless you have a guarantee for that car. You buy it as is. If it breaks down a half a block away from his house where you bought it, it's still your car. Do you understand?
I guess so, yes.
Now, Mr. Holmes said he told you that he had other BMWs because there's something going on. He acknowledges, he said to you, for 90 days, if it needs parts, I'll give it to you. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Did you know what parts it needed? Did you know what parts it needed?
No.
Well, if you didn't know what parts it needed, that's the only guarantee he gave you. For the first 90 days you own the car, he will replace the parts if parts need replacing. He'll cannibalize it from old cars that he's got on a junkyard at his cousin's property.
Your Honor, may I say, can I
All
say-
I want to see is his acknowledgement of $1,500. Do you have it?
No.
Good.
You wouldn't make any kind of connection with her whatsoever.
I don't care. He doesn't have to make a connection with her. She bought an
told her-
as-is used car.
He told her that he would give her back $1,000. Then he didn't show up. Then he said, I'd give you back, it's 12, okay? He just kept blowing her off and blowing her off. And said that he was gonna meet with her, and that he never did.
Just
So
a
he
minute.
kept telling her that he was gonna give her money back. He just didn't go through with it.
No. What she says is, I told him to refund my deposit and I would give the car back. He said, even though he was the one who committed a crime by tampering with the odometer. That's what you say. Well, there's no proof that he tampered with the odometer. That was an owner 10 years ago who tampered with the odometer. Instead of being civil, he came by my house and he let the air out of the tires. Did you do that, sir?
Yes, I
Say
did.
yes. And stole the battery. And you put in a new battery.
I put in the battery for my old car, yes. So I could move it into my garage so it'd be safe, yes. I did do that.
I thought you said you. I thought
never
you told,
said
just a second. Am I correct that she said she moved the car around the corner to a friend's house, not into her garage?
I did
Around
put
the
it in my
corner
Just
garage.
don't speak.
Yes, around the corner to my friend's house.
That was the second time I did that, yes. I did do that. The first time I pushed it into the garage.
What was the offer that you made to her, Mr. Holmes? What was the offer that you made to her with
Regarding
regard
once that we found
the
out about
car?
the vehicle,
Yes.
I told her ultimately that I would drop the car payment down to $2,000 total and give her an engine that I had, as well as the parts that she needed for the vehicle.
Let's go slowly. Would you read back what he just said to me? I told her that I would drop the car down to $2,000.
$2,000.
Which means if she gave him $1,200, which is what he acknowledges, right?
Right.
That means she would owe another $800 on the car. Is that correct, Mr. Holmes?
That's correct.
And you'd give her the parts that she needed.
That's correct. I have the text here.
I'd like to see
There's
it.
some explicit
Kevin?
language in there, but
Kevin. Would you tell me what this $375 is? I'll give you the $375 back and you take the car back if you don't want it?
that was when I told her that we'll figure out how much it would be for her having the vehicle for a whole month. And so I told her rental cars are about $50. I said, I'll charge you $25 a day for how long you've had it. And so that comes up to about $375 left of overall what you would have from what you paid me a deposit, and I can give you that if you give me the car back.
Okay, what are you willing to do for her today, sir?
Nothing.
You wanted to keep the car.
I want her to give me my money back for the vehicle. She's been driving it. I have videos showing her driving it just 2 days ago.
You driving the car 2 days ago?
Ma'am, I have-
Okie dokie. Let me ask you this question. If you were driving the car 2 days ago?
Yes, ma'am.
If he has video of you driving the car 2 days ago, what do you think I'm going to do?
You're probably going to rule in his favor.
Correct. Were you driving the car 2
No,
days
ma'am.
ago?
It's been sitting in my garage.
I have videos
It's been sitting on my
also
drink.
30 days before then.
You said this was 2 days ago.
Yes.
I'd like to see it. Is that the car?
Yes, it is.
Who's that getting into the car, Miss Joseph?
That's me, but that's not 2 days ago.
That's the Stater Brothers parking lot in town where we live.
Where are you parked? In what kind of spot?
Grocery pickup in Stater Brothers.
Yes.
That's Monday, February 12th.
Yes, ma'am.
No, I was not. Yes, I was at Stater Brothers, but that not on February 12th. My car has not moved in weeks.
Yeah. Miss Joseph, your complaint against the
My
defendant.
car won't even run. Actually,
Your case against the defendant is dismissed. I don't believe you that you haven't driven the car. I believe that you've driven the car
I have.
without it being registered and without it being insured and certainly without it being smogged.
Yes.
The defendant has a counterclaim, and the defendant's counterclaim is the balance on the car.
And
which-
lost wages.
Forget your lost wages.
I understand.
I should charge myself for lost wages from having to endure this case. She gave you $1,200 for the car,
That's correct, ma'am.
which means she owes you $1,800.
Yes, for 2,000.
Judgment on the counterclaim for $1,800. We're done here.
Thank you.
I didn't think it would turn out this way. I thought he would be a man of integrity.
I think she was fair in her decisions.
There's nothing I can do with the car. It won't pass smog. I can't put my 16-year-old daughter in it, and it's unsafe to drive.
The way I tried to make it right was drop it to 2,000, give her an engine and the parts that she needed for it still, and she still didn't want to do so.
He did small repairs on it to make it seem like it ran well.
I think I sold her a car that definitely was manageable, and I think I was fair in telling her for the first 3 months that, she'd get parts for it if a part went out.
40 miles into driving it, it overheated, and it has been bad ever since.
I think she'll be happy that she has the title, and hopefully she finds somebody that can fix the vehicle for her.
Common knowledge that when you buy a used car, there's a stereotype of the used car salesman, and they're not always as honest as they could be, and you're not buying a brand new vehicle, and always do your homework and things like that. I was actually shocked at how shocked the plaintiff was that there were some issues with, like you said, this 20-year-old car that she was getting for close to nothing.
What about this Carfax? I'm actually amazed at what they look like. I've never seen one.
I've seen a few. There's a lot of information you could find there, which is why they tell you to do it
before you
buying
buy
a
the
used car.
Right.
Because some people are not as honest about the history of the car that you're purchasing. And so it's a good way to keep track. So again, timeline, little messed up. Should have looked that up before. But buyer beware. Like you said, you're buying an as-is used car unless you have a guarantee in writing. And she actually made out pretty well here today, given the fact that legally she had no recourse for anything, for any money, for any fixing
No,
the
he
car.
was entitled to the money on the car.
Yeah.
That Carfax I find fascinating. I haven't bought a used car in many years, but I did buy in my time used cars and always had a little bit of trouble with it.
Would have been nice to have.
But that Carfax that said 10 years ago, it had 110,000 miles on it. And then it went to 176 and then back down to 120. It's fascinating, the amount of information that they keep on every vehicle. Just amazing.
Seriously, bro, this case was an absolute disaster from start to finish. Because I'm sitting here wondering, what exactly did either of these people think they were doing? You've got a woman buying a 20-year-old BMW, no mechanic inspection, no registration, no insurance, no bill of sale, no written warranty, no title transfer, nothing. And then 9 days later, she's shocked the car breaks down. Seriously, Mom, it's a 2004 BMW, not a brand new luxury car fresh off the showroom floor. That's gamble territory. That's not shopping. That's rolling the dice and praying for a miracle. Now, don't get me wrong, Jonathan isn't innocent either. Because when the payments stopped, this man didn't call a lawyer. He didn't file paperwork. He didn't do anything normal. Nope. He went straight into villain mode, removing the battery, letting air out of the tires, showing up at her house. Seriously, bro. What are you doing? Judge Judy looked at him like, You vandalized the car, sir. And he actually had to think about the answer. Think about it. When the judge asks if you vandalized a vehicle and your response starts with, well, you already lost. That's not a good sign. But honestly, the biggest mistake belonged to Tammy. Because the second she started talking about the mileage rollback, I thought she had something. I was like, okay, maybe this is the smoking gun. Then Judge Judy actually reads the Carfax. And boom, the mileage issue happened years before Jonathan even owned the car. Case destroyed. Gone. Finished. But then somehow it gets worse. Because Tammy keeps saying, the car doesn't run. It's been sitting. I'm not driving it. It's useless. Then Jonathan pulls out video evidence. And there she is, getting into the BMW, driving the BMW, using the BMW. Seriously, Mom, did you think nobody would notice? That moment was game over. Once the judge catches you saying one thing, while video proves the opposite, your credibility is gone, and Judge Judy immediately stopped believing everything else. The crazy part? Jonathan actually offered solutions. He offered parts. He offered another engine. He offered to lower the total price. He even offered to take the car back with deductions. Were those perfect solutions? No, but they were still more reasonable than what happened afterward. At the end of the day, this case was two people making one bad decision after another. Tammy bought a car without protecting herself. Jonathan sold a car without proper paperwork. Tammy kept driving it. Jonathan vandalized it. Tammy wanted all her money back. Jonathan wanted all his money. And somehow everybody ended up looking bad. That's why Judge Judy's reaction was so brutal. She basically looked at both of them and said, you two deserve each other. Savage. The biggest lesson from this case? Never buy a used car based on trust. Get the inspection. Get the paperwork. Get the warranty in writing. Because he seemed like a nice guy is not a legal contract. And I thought the car was good, won't save you when the engine dies 9 days later. Support the channel for more savage courtroom breakdowns, real case reactions, and Judge Judy moments that leave everyone speechless.